my fellow sister and brother rural letter carriers. Earlier this month, I provided an update on finalizing the Rural Contract Administration Manual, or RCAM, and today I am pleased to provide an update on another priority, which is getting the Postal Service to adjust overburdened routes. Since becoming president of the NRLCA, one of my goals has been to address the severe hardships of thousands of rural letter carriers with overburdened routes. This was caused in part to no mail counts for an extended period as we transitioned to the RX system, and also due to the employer not having a plan in place to adjust routes once RX was in place. The process for those overburdened routes to receive relief is finally a reality. Your NRLCA leadership understands that many of you have been carrying overburdened routes for many months, and in some cases, for years. We have long pushed the Postal Service to have a plan to adjust routes in place as it implemented RX, but Postal Management was unable to do so. Only several months ago did the Postal Service provide us a tool for adjusting routes to review. We quickly worked with our teams of experts to do a comprehensive review of their proposal. After our due diligence, we negotiated improvements to the adjustment system, and now, after that concerted effort on behalf of your NRLCA board, route adjustments are becoming a reality once again. Earlier in April, the Postal Service released their adjustment tool and has been in the process of training managers to start adjusting routes. An initial list of offices and routes to be targeted for the first phase of adjustments has been released, with more to follow. The most current list of adjustments is comprised of only the initial targeted routes, which by no means includes all overburdened routes. The total Phase 1 adjustment list identifies over 5,600 overburdened routes, with nearly 4,900 of those evaluated at K48. I want to be clear, these numbers only reflect those routes that have been identified for the initial phase of adjustments. More will be added as we move through the process. We have hundreds of routes evaluated at over 60, 70, and 80 standard hours, with many even higher. We understand these carriers are in desperate need to have their routes adjusted. Please rest assured that we are pushing for this process to move as comprehensively, as quickly, and accurately as possible. This process will also in many cases provide for routes in need of the addition of territory, as we are also well aware of the impact the decline of mail volume has had on many routes. I, along with all your national officers, realize it took way too long for the Postal Service to establish a new route adjustment process, and we recognize the toll it has taken on both regular carriers and leave replacements as well. There is no doubt that the Postal Service's inability to address these issues is part of the reason we are seeing historic turnover in our craft. We are confident that our due diligence has resulted with a tool that, when used properly, will accurately and fairly adjust routes. Postal Service Management should have provided a stand-up talk on rural route adjustments already. We just received it and have posted it on NRLCA.org. Please contact your steward if you have not received it. This is just one step we are taking. We are also committed to addressing the massive turnover issues through contract negotiations. Your bargaining team is making contract proposals to address chronic turnover and understaffing issues that have negatively impacted carriers who are being overscheduled, forced to work beyond allotted hours, and denied requested time off. Thank you, and please look for additional contract administration and contract bargaining updates on NRLCA's media platforms.